I know you just filled out something on convergent plate boundaries. We're going to come back to those later. Right now, we're really just focusing on the transform plate boundaries. So in Google Classroom, you opened up that document about how plates interact with each other. If you scroll down, you're going to find this. You guys need to fill in the table, kind of like what I have. So where it says what happens. And again, you're going to have to pause the video to do this. But this is what I need you guys to add in the what happens section. And then you're going to have to complete a drawing as well, which can be a little tricky because you could print screen or take a screenshot of the video that you see if you remember how to do that. If not, when you're in your document, you should be able to insert a drawing. Let me see if we can actually get that. So if we go to insert and we click where it says drawing, it's going to bring up a Google drawing, and you guys could actually go through, if it loads, you guys could go through and actually just insert. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. Just insert some pictures, put some arrows on there, and then also include yellow colored sections that show or represent, whoops, my arrows. So let's just maybe do something like this. Again, it doesn't have to be anything perfect, but we have one plate here. We just kind of copy and paste that. We have another plate down here. We can add arrows to show the direction in which the plates are moving. So one's going to be moving in this direction. One moves in that direction. So basically they move in opposite directions. These are looking at continental crust, right? And if you think of how continental crust is, it's very hard. Right? I had you guys feel the different parts of the crust yesterday between oceanic and continental, and they're really hard. So with these ones, you have areas here that actually get stuck, and I'll show you another image. But if we just kind of get some circles to represent, or if you want to do like, I don't know, a sun or something, I don't really care. But just represent the idea of earthquakes taking place along where you have the plate boundaries. And you could, if you wanted to, even change the color of this. In my opinion, I think it should be yellow, just because we've kind of been already representing that idea of yellow. Right, so these kind of represent where earthquakes are taking place. Right, so that's how you can actually draw an image, and then you save and close. Your image there. Creating a key would be useful too, so you kind of remember that those are representing earthquakes. If you're drawing it by hand, you could actually do this by hand too. I do have copies of this document. They're behind my desk, and you'll have to have the sub get them for you. But going on to, so you type in what you have for the what happens part. That is what you're going to find here. Draw this image to represent the plates. So go ahead and pause the video. This slide is just going to show you, because you guys are going to have to represent this with Play-Doh tomorrow. So this is kind of showing you one way in which you could do that, but it's really up to you guys how you want to. Again, we're looking at continental crust, so they're sliding past each other in opposite directions. You can kind of think of continental crust like graham crackers, right? They're going to be more brittle, they're harder. So you have, and they're not really like the smooth surface either. So you're going to have areas that kind of stick out, and those areas will get caught on each other. And when they get caught on each other, that's where they kind of get stuck. And once they get unstuck, that's what we actually feel as earthquakes.